I've worked with many clients who have said, but my relationship was so great in the beginning. What if it can just go back to that? Or what if they're a fantastic partner to someone else and it's just me? I make them act this way. Well, in this video, I'll talk about the 3 signs that should cause you to stop and reevaluate your romantic partnership. I know it's something that isn't always easy, but sometimes it is absolutely necessary. And I'll be the first to tell you that the road to psychological well-being is never easy. First, if you're new to this channel, I'm Jordan Travers. I'm a licensed clinical psychotherapist and the clinical director of Awake Therapy. If you're interested in learning more about the Awake Therapy team or me, you can click on the link in the description. And if you're in need of psychological or emotional support, feel free to book an initial consultation with me or one of the therapists by visiting www.awaketherapy.me. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. One sign that should prompt you to reevaluate your relationship is if you're the only one compromising. Yes, compromise is inevitable in most relationships, and yes, it is honorable, but to a degree, because compromise needs to be a two-way street. What I mean is that if you are the only one who is constantly changing your plans to accommodate your partner, that's a huge Houston, we have a problem red flag. Not only is it a problem when your significant other isn't making compromises of their own, but it's also problematic when they reject your occasional need to stand your ground. Let me give you an example. If you're always bending over backwards for your partner, but one day decide to stand your ground, let's say that you opt not to attend a family event that their side of the family is hosting. First of all, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do. It's called having healthy boundaries. But if your partner expresses displeasure with you because of this decision, that's a sign that they are not only asking you to do the lion's share of the compromising, but they're also reluctant to accept your boundaries, even or perhaps especially when you rarely exercise them. A second sign that you should reevaluate your relationship is when you find yourself repeatedly excusing their problematic behavior. Sometimes our loved ones may behave in a manner that is unethical and or potentially harmful. These situations require us to be completely honest with our partners and ourselves, but it is possible that we fail to do so because we love them. While part of this is our desire to accept our partners for who they are, blemishes and all, another part of this leads us down a much less psychologically healthy path. And research has found, for example, that when we excuse our partner's transgressions and unethical actions, we actually take on some of their guilt, embarrassment, and shame. In fact, we might experience more guilt around their actions than they even do. And a third sign that you need to reevaluate your relationship is when you start thinking about your partner in terms of how useful they are to you. In a perfect world, we choose to be in a long-term relationship with someone we love, plain and simple. Alas, perfection does not exist. We choose to enter relationships with partners based on a variety of factors, such as the status of the family they belong to, how they can help us achieve our goals, and other perceived financial and material perks. While considering someone as a resource isn't wholly wrong, it can be a problem when it's the foundation of one's relationship. Because in essence, what we're doing is objectifying our partners and only staying with them as long as they're helpful to us. And the truth is, no one will be useful to us forever. We're setting ourselves and each other up for a lot of disappointment when we go down this path. If you feel like this is something you are currently experiencing, it's important to know that it's not your fault and you shouldn't let it affect your self-esteem. This is because goals drive people. And goal achievement can lead us to view partners and relationships of any kind, including intimate relationships, as transactional, quid pro quo agreements between two people. Of course, we need to balance these feelings against other considerations that lead to healthy relationships. On a similar note, I like to educate clients on steering clear of unhelpful advice, like just follow your heart. Because healthy relationships take much more than following the emotional drives of your heart. It's a balancing act. And we tend to run into issues when we sway too much to one side or the other. Thank you for watching. I hope you found today's content helpful and informative. Make sure to subscribe to my channel to receive updates when a new video is posted. And remember, platforms like YouTube are an excellent resource for getting information out to others. However, it does not take the place of individualized psychotherapy. If you need mental health assistance, whether to talk through a current issue or to create a more prosperous and fulfilling life, you can book an initial consultation using the link in the description. I look forward to speaking with you soon.